Hi and welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Nikki here, and today we do have our next OwlCrate to unbox. So this is our young adult OwlCrate box for December. So as an update for those of you who have been here for a while, and just so newcomers can know, I'm not as bubbly and happy as I normally am. I am going through a huge life transition. My husband is leaving me. I have chronic illness and he is claiming that his anxiety can no longer deal with my stuff, so he doesn't want to be married. I'm going to ask that you guys respect my wishes and not bash him in the comments. I don't want things to get nasty. And I'm foolish enough to still want to try to work things out. So that's the kind of messed up thing that's going on in my head. And just know, because of the absolute mindfuck that this whole situation is, I have not been great about my videos. And so this video is going to come out today, which is Friday the 20th, because I just got my OwlCrate today and it's important for me to get out my videos back on track again because I love doing this channel. So do know that I do have another video that's going to come out probably tomorrow that was filmed like a week ago. So it might be a little confusing if I talk about a different book than what I'm actually reading, and it's just because I haven't had the bandwidth to keep up with things. And with that being said, I'm definitely going to try to get to all my comments this weekend. Sincere gratitude to all of you who have been sending me positive thoughts and just sending me love. I really need that. And likewise, definitely sending it back to you. I want all good things for everyone, especially around the holiday season. So let's do something fun and get into our unboxing. I totally forgot that OwlCrate no longer does their pamphlet newsletter in their boxes. You do have to scan the QR code to get taken to the website where you have the digital newsletter. And they did that obviously for the sake of saving the environment, which is really, really good. But sometimes I get annoyed because I start recording and then I open the box and I'm like, shit. But anyways, our theme for our December young adult OwlCrate box is Out of the Woods. And the first thing we got is this, and it looks like it might be a rolled up desk mat. And I believe I got one of these from the Bookish box. So let's look at the OwlCrate one. So here is our OwlCrate desk mat. And it definitely looks like this might be Lord of the Rings inspired because we have a ring, we have a hobbit door, and we have some greenery that might be from like the Elven Kingdom or something. So let's find out. Style up your workspace with our Lord of the Rings inspired desk mat. This mat is the perfect accessory to get your productivity on. This item was beautifully designed by at the Pros and Cons. So I like it-ish. I don't know. I like it and I don't. I wish there was more to it, if that makes sense. Just the repeating pattern just kind of gets a little, annoying. It just looks like columns to me, instead of a beautiful design. So I don't know what it is. Something about this just does not please me. Even though I do like the graphics, I just don't like how it's lined up this way. Again, it just looks like columns to me instead of just a designed desk mat. So I have issues with this. Maybe it will grow on me. I don't actually know if I even want to use a desk mat just because I like having space on my desk. Yes, of course, for my mouse, and it is nice to have a big mouse pad like this, especially if you game, but I also use my desk for writing and stuff like that, and I just feel like a desk mat would also get in my way. So not totally convinced that I will be using this. And I did want to note that while the desk mat was not for me and it might grow on me, who the hell knows, I totally understand someone who would love that. It is really nicely made, and if you can get over the column type design, then it's really pretty. Next up, we have this small box that says Oswald's Ornament. Celebrate a year of OwlCrate's books with Oswald's Ornament. And oh my god, that's so hard for me to say, Oswald's Ornament. Featuring all 12 of our 2024 young adult books, this ornament has been designed with love by at Lichen and Limestone. And oh my gosh, I love this. So it is double-sided and it has all 12 books of the year. So this might be the first ornament that I actually like from OwlCrate. I know that they've done ornaments in the past and they've been wooden ones. This one is a ceramic and I definitely prefer it. Our next item is a beautiful way to commemorate all our young adult books featured in our 2024 boxes. The ornament with a cute owl on top is a perfect way to end this year and holiday season. Hang it on your tree, place it on your corkboard, and reminisce on our OwlCrate faves. This ornament was designed by at Lichen and Limestone. Yeah, so I totally love this ornament and I am going to keep it. I didn't do a Christmas tree this year for obvious reasons because it doesn't really feel like the holidays when literally my marriage is ending. And for those of you who are new here, if you hear me mispronounce things, it's because of one of my medical issues is my throat muscles aren't operating correctly, and so I'm having difficulty swallowing, and that actually affects your speech. So I'm trying to steady my voice and get things out clearly, but it doesn't always happen, so please excuse. Next up we have this, and it says 2025, so I figured this is a calendar. And yes, I was right, it is a calendar. To be prepared for the new year, stay on track with our 2025 calendar with quotes from each of our featured young adult books from their corresponding months. This is the perfect item to keep all year round. The calendar was designed by At the Pros and Cons and at Hey Atlas Creative. So it has like a woodsy landscape design background, and then you have the dates, and then underneath the month is a quote from each book from 2024 of that month. So May's is Song of the Six Realms by Judy I. Lin. June's is a quote from Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen, so on and so forth. So it is a useful calendar, and I do like that it's the whole month because I'm like, I have a desk calendar, but it's a daily one that just has quotes, which I do really appreciate, but having a look at the month on my desk would also be helpful. So I'm probably going to keep this. Next up we have this, which I think we all know what this is. This is a pin banner. So yes, it is a pin banner. Pin banner. With the 2024 pin collection coming to an end, we couldn't let you go without a beautiful pin banner. Made to look like picture frames for our perfect pairings, this pin banner was designed by at Sayuri Art. So yeah, so you can use it to put a pin in each box and then hang this on your wall, or one of my subscribers said, you know, you could hang it on the side of your bookshelf or something. That could work as well. So I haven't fully gotten bored on displaying my pins. I'm really iffy about pins, but maybe I'll be converted one of these days. Something I did realize, and this is something that I'm like trying to look forward to simply to give myself something to look forward to in this whole disaster of my life right now, is that I get to decorate my house the way that I want it to be. So there is a chance that I might end up start displaying my pins simply because I won't have a husband to tell me he doesn't like it. And of course, speaking of pins, we have our pin. So this is our last perfect pairings, and it's the Raven Boys. So here's our Raven Boys pin, and just a reminder that this is a sliding pin, so you can pull the characters apart and then slide them back together. It is a cool concept, but like I said earlier, I'm over pins. I don't really care for them. But regardless, totally fair if you like pins. It's just something that for me, I've never found worth in them, but maybe, like I said, I'll have fun displaying them somewhere. And the Raven Boys, sadly, I have not read yet. It is on my shelf, but I just haven't pulled the title out of my TBR jar yet. Perfect Pairings Enamel Pin. This month features the 12th and last pin in our Perfect Pairings collection. Each month's box has included a sliding pin featuring characters that pair together in the most fierce, intense, and romantic ways, all designed by at Sayuri Art. Our last perfect pairing is from the Raven Boys, where Ronan and Adam chill in the forest. Okay, and as always, before getting to our book, let's talk about this box. And as usual, OwlCrate delivered. So while not everything in this box was for moi, I can definitely say that these items are good quality. I can see people liking them, and definitely I think that this is a good box. It's just not entirely for me, but I did like the calendar, and I absolutely loved the ornament. Like, the ornament was absolutely my favorite item in this box. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know, did you like these items? Did you have a favorite item? Was there any item that you were just like, no thank you? So let me know below, and don't forget to like this video while you're at it. And for our book this month, we have What the Woods Took by Courtney Gould. So it says, our December book is a crippling paranormal thriller set in a forest full of secrets, betrayal, and monsters. After thinking she was stolen in the middle of the night, our protagonist is driven deep into the woods where she meets a small group of other troubled teens. But being forced to survive a 50-day hike in the wilderness isn't the worst thing that can happen to her. That is, until she meets a lavender-haired bully who easily gets under her skin. It's not until the campers wake up to find their counselors missing that they realize they'll have to trust each other if they want to make it out of the woods alive. So very intriguing. We're going to read the inside flap just for more information. Devin Green wakes in the middle of the night to find two men in her bedroom. No stranger to a fight, she calls to her foster parents for help, but it soon becomes clear this is a planned abduction, one everyone but Devin signed up for. She's shoved into a van and driven deep into the Idaho woods, where she's dropped off with a cohort of equally confused teens. Finally, two camp counselors inform them that they've all been enrolled in an experimental therapy program. Great, because those always work. If the campers can learn to change their self-destructive ways and survive a 50-day hike through the wilderness, they'll come out the other side as better versions of themselves. Or so the counselors say. Devin is immediately determined to escape. She's also determined to ignore Sheridan, the cruel-mouthed, lavender-haired bully who mocks every group exercise. But there's something strange about these woods. Inhuman faces appearing between the trees. Visions of people who shouldn't be there flashing the leaves. And when the campers wake up to find both counselors missing, therapy becomes the least of their problems. Stranded and left to fend for themselves, the teens quickly realize they'll have to trust each other if they want to survive. But what lies in the woods may not be as dangerous as what the campers are hiding from each other. And if the monsters have their way, no one will leave the woods alive. So very cryptic, especially for December. I was like, oh my God, this is like straight up a thriller / horror book. And it's for the holiday season. So very interesting pick, but I am intrigued. So thriller is not my normal genre, but I always like to give a book a chance. And this still sounds interesting to me, even though it's not my normal genre. So we of course have an exclusive special edition cover. And it says, if you're reading this, send help. We have matching stenciled edges, which are very, very beautiful. I do really like the design of this book. It does definitely get that woodsy feeling, but it feels like uncomfortable at the same time. We have a reversible dust jacket. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't care for this simply because I'm like, it's so plain Jane. Like, yeah, the forest looks cool, but there's nothing else really involved with this. So not crazy about this side, but they did capture the eeriness of the forest. I just wish there was more to this reversible dust jacket. We have a foiled hardcover case that says, don't be scared of the quiet. Don't be scared of the dark. I am scared of both. Both are unsettling to me. So don't tell me don't be scared, because I kind of am. We also have illustrated end papers with some foiling. I do wish they wouldn't make some of the artwork so dark, because it is hard to see all the details. It is of course signed by the author and includes an author letter. I had to dig it out, but we do have a matching ribbon bookmark and of course bonus content bound inside. So that is all the details of What the Woods Took. Again, not my typical genre, but I am looking forward to reading this. But it's absolutely going to be a minute. Like, I'm probably not going to get to this until sometime next year. Like, maybe not even February. We'll see. So why is it taking me so long to get to my books? Because normally I read my books from my book boxes really, really quick, like as soon as I get the boxes. One, I got several boxes all in a row, all kind of at the same time. And two, my life is definitely falling apart. Literally, while my life is falling apart, I have not been able to really focus on books, which is really sad because it's like my go-to self-care, especially with my chronic illness. It lets me escape my body and it's bullshit. But sadly, I have just been discombobulated because I feel like I'm a chicken with my head cut off and I'm like just running around just trying to find my head again. So everything's just wild and up in the air and I'm definitely not myself. So while I usually read 2 books a week, like I'm down to like a book every 2 weeks. Like that's how slow I'm reading right now, which is irritating because I want to escape my reality, but the stress of my reality is weighing heavy on me right now. Right now, I'm currently reading For She Is Wrath, and that is the OwlCrate young adult book from November. So I am a month behind at the very least. And then I have 12 books after For She Is Wrath that, again, came just from book boxes. So I have a lot of books before I can get to this. So wish me luck. Hopefully I can get back into my groove of reading because it does provide a lot of self-care for me and a lot of escape. So that's all I have for today. Like I said, I do have another video coming out tomorrow, most likely. Keep your fingers crossed I can do it. But it was filmed a few days ago, like I want to say maybe like beginning of this week, maybe last weekend. I don't even remember. But I will have another video coming out tomorrow. I do have even more book boxes. So I have 3 book boxes just chilling over there that I have not opened yet. So there might be a few videos in a row, which is yay, huzzah, like gives me something to do and gets me to interact with y'all. So keep an eye out. There might be a few videos before we get to Christmas. But if not, happy holidays, everyone. I hope it's a good one. Don't forget to like this video. If you want to see me do more unboxings, please, 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 to support my channel, please subscribe and definitely leave me a comment below letting me know the thoughts on this box. And just a reminder, please be kind in the comments. I don't want anyone to bash on my ex-husband. Even though I definitely don't deserve how he's been treating me, I still love him and I would like to try to find some way forward. I'm wishing for a miracle. Don't think I'm gonna get it, but please just be kind and respect my wishes, not to bash on him. Thank you all so much again for all the love and support. And once again, happy holidays to you and your family.